the studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Oh. All right. Welcome to Pod Watcher, the official podcast of Watcher Entertainment. I'm Ryan Bergara.
I'm Shane Madej.
I'm Stephen Lim. What a sip.
That was a big sip.
You could have taken that sip in any other time. You knew it was coming.
You know, when you need your juice, you need your juice.
So you don't have to tell me that. This is a show where we chat about whatever's in our minds every week. But this is also a show where we take your guys' questions via email or our phone lines. And you could call us at, still don't know the number.
818-275-4585. It's in my head now.
And then what's that email where you can email us?
AskWatcherPods at gmail.com.
He's good. Some might say the best.
He's the best there is.
Hey, thanks.
Getting a lot of Matt Rial love out there on the Ghost Files live trail. One person even going as far as to say he's the funniest person on Pod Watcher.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Their words, not mine. I do agree completely.
Well, at least you're taking it while being modest.
It's Pod Watcher.
It's Pod Watcher. It's spooky season. We're in the throes of spooky season.
We're deep in October.
Woo!
This is my favorite time of the year.
It is. You know what? Yesterday I went to, and I got to say, it's been a great week for spooky movies.
That's right.
Yesterday I went to a screening of, I got texted by Garrett Werner. He's writer on Puppet History, first and foremost, and also,
Human second.
also writer on Abbott Elementary.
Yeah.
But,
Who's heard of it?
he was like, "Oh, we're going to a screening of, I think it's called The Monster Party." You know Rankin Bass?
No.
Rankin Bass did the old, like the claymation Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah. They have a Halloween movie
called
called The Monster Party? ? And I don't know.
Adult centric or like for
It
kids?
seems like it's aimed for kids, but
Okay.
it stars Boris Karloff as Dr. Frankenstein. Though I don't know if he's supposed to be the titular one or just some other guy. I don't know if they had the rights. And I was like, well, I'm going to go to this screen. It was at 10 a.m. So we were like, I guess we got to wake up and go to, because it was like 8:30 and we were like, fuck. But I was like, I've never heard of this. I would think a Rankin Bass Halloween movie would be well known.
Is this bar always here? Has this always been here? Because
I don't know.
Because right now I'm
I
looking at
love
Shane.
when I'm talking to you and I can clock that you're not paying attention to
all I'm
anything
seeing is your eyes. I just see your eyes over.
You have a bar right in front of your face.
You
We all
look
have
like
bars.
this feels like I'm talking to the guy from Home Improvement. Like all I see is your eyeballs.
His name's
Like,
Wilson. Put some fucking respect on it.
this can't be how it's always been, right?
Yeah, no, it's not, but
There's like got to be a way because I can't see his face at all. It's so.
there you go.
Put it down and then put that up.
Maybe that's how we did it. Was that how we did it before? Yeah, that is. Oh, nice. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Hey, now I could see Shane's face.
Is this better all around?
God, that's so much. I was like trying to see. Anyways, you were seeing the claymation movie.
Yeah, my point is it sucked.
All that for that?
Well, it's like an hour.
It was also claymation?
It was claymation. It was stop. Well, I don't know if it was claymation. It was stop motion, and it was an hour and a half long, and that's too long for a Rankin Bass movie. And it's
hour and a half for clay. It's a long time. Unless it's Wallace and
there's
Gromit.
definitely a lot to love in it. I was laughing at a lot of it, but it's similar to Megalopolis, where I'm like, I don't know if the whole product here is worth absorbing.
You know how I know it's spooky season? Is when I go on IG and I see Ryan's at Universal Hollywood Horror Nights.
Not yet. I haven't gone to Hollywood Horror Nights.
Oh, wait,
yet.
which one did you go to? You went to
I went to Not Scary Farm
Scary
on
Farm,
Friday, and then on Sunday I went to Dark Harbor and Queen Mary.
That's how you know that when Ryan's going to the...
And then Saturday night I went to go see Texas Chainsaw Massacre at Hollywood Forever.
I was there.
What?
Me and Matt Healy.
Oh, wait, Matt Healy.
Matt Healy from the 1975.
We were both there.
Oh,
Cool. Just two Matts hanging out. Two Matts.
Well, we
in
were
the pond.
hanging out. I saw him from across the
Okay.
lawn.
Well, I mean, that's hanging out. But no, yeah, it's we are in the throes of spooky season. This is the month where I come alive. It's also ironic because it's also the month when where most of our content is focused. So
For sure.
it's a busy month, but at the same time, it's also the month I live for. Very excited. Also put up my Halloween decorations on Saturday, which was very nice.
You got that 10-foot skeleton from.
What do you got?
No, honestly, that was like the fun thing is that Mari and I have slowly been adding little pieces to our collection every year. And our purchase this year were these little eyeballs that glow in the dark. They have you put them where there's
Little?
Yeah, they're like
You put them in a bush?
they look like a bouquet of eyeballs that are on like kind of like little wiggly sticks,
Wiggly stick.
and they have like a solar panel that's attached to them.
Solar panel.
So if you put that in a place where it gets sun at nighttime,
Sun.
they wiggle and they light up.
Wiggling eyes.
Wiggly eyes, dude. It's pretty good.
I like that.
Is this active listening, Shane?
I like that a lot. Wiggling eyes.
It's pretty fun.
How bright are they?
Really
bright?
Bright enough to get it done.
Oh, I like that.
Speaking of Halloween, we have a very fun episode next week.
Ooh.
The Halloween episode number 50, the 50th, and the Halloween
So scary.
extravaganza.
Yes.
Well, that's awesome.
It is awesome. What? Whoa, that's awesome. Matt has informed us he picked out costumes for us.
That's right. He has three. He has a set of 3 different costumes.
And I don't want to spoil what they are, but they're good.
We'll see what.
They're very stupid. Which is great because the last time Shane and I dressed up, we did it at Ghost Files Live in the Orlando show because that was
that's
next.
true.
That was that on Halloween or was that the
It
day?
was
or
like the 29th or the 30th last
God,
year.
that was fun. Those costumes are so funny.
Oh, yes. We were the alien blow-up costumes where it looks like you're being carried by
Abducted by an
a giant alien.
It's like those blow up. There's like a fan inside the costume and it blows up like the kind of like an inflatable behind
We
you.
wore them for the whole show, and I'll tell you what, those things are not made to breathe.
They're not made to sit in either because we were trying to sit down and it's just this like giant, because when you sit down on an inflatable that's on your back, it just finds a new way to like inflate itself. And it was just like, if you remember, it was hard to put the mic in front of our face.
Yeah, that was tricky.
It was very funny. We did not think that through.
No.
As most things, we were like, wouldn't this be hilarious if we did this and then didn't realize we'd have to do it for an entire show?
That's true. Most of the time it works out, but sometimes you get a little goofy. You know?
Sometimes you get too many jokers.
That's true. They didn't think Joker 2 through, obviously, either.
No, well,
Oh.
yeah.
Did you watch it?
No.
Oh.
The first one sucks. Why would I see the second?
What? I thought I liked the first one.
I don't like them.
I kind of want to check out the second one, just like I want to check out Megalopolis. I kind of like watching a cinematic disaster.
Your clock's ticking, buddy. You got to get to the movie theater stat. I don't think that's going to be around very long.
Megalopolis?
Really?
Yeah. I don't think so. I convinced Matt to go see it, and I think he'll never forgive me for that.
Yeah, it's really bad. I would encourage everybody to skip it. It's not even bad in like a fun way.
Really?
I think
bad.
Ryan, I think you would enjoy it.
I think I would too.
Yeah.
I like when people make crazy choices, and it's
Well,
just like,
then
that's a crazy choice.
Then you got a movie to see.
Yeah, I mean, and that movie seems like it's chock full of crazy choices. But yeah, this is we're filming this right now at the beginning of October. Steven, have you got in any kind of spooky spirit?
Stephen, right now, I want to say we're getting reacquainted with Stephen.
That's right.
Because we've been out on the road.
That's right.
We're back.
Basically, the last month.
The last 2 episodes did have Steven, I think.
But we recorded those.
We recorded them a long time
That's
ago.
right. That's
Yes.
right.
We've come back and he wears
what
only corduroy
spooky stuff have I been doing?
Steven, you exclusively wear just corduroy now?
Head to toe. I did notice that when we walked
a
in.
corduroy shirt
I
and
didn't
corduroy
even.
pants.
So actually, this is my second outfit for today because we were shooting 2 podcast episodes. I was going to wear this for second, but then I tried it on and then I wore it to office. But I didn't realize it was full on.
Full
hey,
corduroy.
but hey, I like it. You know, I like it. Who isn't there a corduroy bear?
There is a corduroy
There
bear,
is,
and he rules.
Yeah.
What is that guy's name?
His name's Corduroy.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. That's me today.
That bear sucks.
What?
Paddington would beat the shit out of him.
Oh, stop it with this.
Jeez, you can have 2 bears.
No, you can't.
Okay,
What about Winnie?
Okay, you could have 2 bears.
Okay.
you can have 3 bears. Wow, wow, Winnie or Paddington,
I can have 3.
and a bear off.
I had 3 wonderful little teddy bears.
What are you
growing up.
asking me? Are you asking who would win in a fight? Or are
I'm
you
asking
asking
you
like who would I erase from existence if I had to?
Yes, that one.
Oh my God, that is an actually incredibly hard question.
Wait, Paddington or who?
Or
Winnie the
Winnie.
Pooh. Winnie?
For this man
One's
right
got to
here.
go.
Pooh's getting... Pooh's getting the bullet to the head,
I
right?
think you're getting rid of
Oh my
Paddington.
God, that's so hard.
Sweater weather pairs perfectly with savory fall foods, but with your busy schedule, sometimes it's hard to eat the way you'd like to.
Fall foods.
That's where Factor comes in.
Yeah.
Their chefs do the shopping and the chopping to bring you fresh, never frozen, fully cooked meals right to your doorstep.
That sounds good.
And all you got to do is heat and eat. That's right. All of their meals are dietitian approved, so you know you're getting the nutrition you need along with the fall flavors that you crave.
Fall flavors.
Yeah, what's that?
I don't like cooking, so this sounds great.
Oh yeah, you'd never cook. Don't let Ryan cook. When it comes to meals,
Don't let him.
Don't let me do it.
don't let him
He'll
cook.
set the house on fire.
Oh, when it comes to meals, everyone wants the same thing: options, and that's why Factor offers 35 wholesome meals
35?
every week,
It's a
including
lot.
Gourmet Plus, Keto,
Yeah.
Calorie Smart,
Ooh.
Veggie, and Vegan. So you'll always find something you love that suits your lifestyle.
I got a lifestyle. You know?
Oh yeah, what's their lifestyle?
You got to support that.
I like fall flavors. Is my
Ooh.
lifestyle.
And there's more to Factor than just lunches and dinners. They're
What,
from
breakfast?
easy breakfast. That's right. And
cool.
smoothies
I never eat
Smoothies,
breakfast. Maybe I'll eat breakfast now.
to delectable midnight snacks.
No stranger to those. I'll tell you that.
That's true.
Factor has over 60 plus add-ons to keep you
quite a few.
fueled and focused 24/7.
Yeah, I like that.
And with a plethora of flavors, you'll never get bored. You work hard, so treat your body right with Factor.
That's right,
They're fresh, never frozen, chef-crafted meals make it easy to get the nutrition you need with a restaurant-like experience you deserve.
I love restaurants.
There's no prep, no mess, just delicious meals that feature premium ingredients like filet mignon,
Ooh la la.
Oh, damn.
shrimp,
Ooh la la.
blackened salmon,
Ooh la la.
Okay.
delivered right to your door. Ready
la
in
la.
just 2 minutes. You'll savor every last bite.
I love
Oh,
doing
shit.
that. I love doing that.
So head over to factormeals.com/watcher50 and use code watcher50 to get 50% off your first box and 20% off your next month. That's code watcher50 at factormeals.com/watcher50 to get 50% off your first box plus 20% off your next month.
I'm hungry.
Paddington's from the real jungle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where other bears, talking, there's also a nursing home there.
Pooh's from the woods.
Pooh's from the 100-acre woods. He has a lot of pals too.
Yeah, he
That's
does.
the thing is, if Pooh disappeared, but
He's
I could
got a
still
community.
keep like
He's got a
Piglet
community
and like
now.
Rabbit and Tigger and
Well, guess
Owl.
what? They're not going to want to talk to you because you killed their friend.
Am I actually shooting Pooh in the head?
You're shooting him with a gun.
no.
Damn,
Yeah.
dude.
We can say this now, and we can even depict it.
So much stuffing.
You're sawing his head off
He's
via live
public
stream.
domain.
Oh,
You're cutting Pooh's head off
I'm
on a
gonna
live
send
stream.
that art in.
This is actually really tough because
Send us art of Ryan beheading Pooh
yeah,
on,
dude,
on
Jesus,
live leak.
Jesus Christ, man. Here's the thing. This is a really
But only take 60 seconds to draw.
It's a really tough question because I grew up with Pooh. He's basically my childhood. He was my favorite cartoon growing up.
and then in comes some hot little slut.
Yeah, but then Paddington, dude. I started to get acquainted with that guy.
Oh,
when I
you
was
got
an adult.
acquainted all right.
And man, he really captured my heart. And I don't know because Paddington's more the person I aspire to be.
He's a bear.
If only
Famous.
I can't do that part, but I could do.
all right,
the
you
other
gotta pick
part.
one.
Yeah,
I
you gotta
think
make
for the good of
choice.
humanity, I would have to kill Winnie the Pooh.
What?
Because Paddington is a better example for human nature.
He's a
Piglet
bear.
would be distraught.
Yeah, but if everyone acted like Paddington, the world would be a utopia.
I don't know. About
Same with
that.
Pooh, though.
No, they wouldn't, dude.
Yeah.
The
We'd
world
be
would-
getting after that honey.
everyone would just be stoned. It'd just be stoned trying to eat food, which actually doesn't sound half bad either.
He's a good guy.
But I would have to kill Winnie the Pooh.
That was a good little preview for
Clip it.
next week. Next week we're doing a little bracket.
Yes. Can we tease it?
So
That's right.
So we're getting the mindset of, beheading.
God, that's
Comparing
spooky season.
beloved characters.
You're
Ready,
making
ready,
me realize how
I'm not.
Are you ready?
how hard that's going to be.
Make a little ghoulie noise here. Do the voice effect for me. What? No, you got it. Ready?
Just because he has a soundboard doesn't mean that
Oh.
whatever sound you think of, he could just immediately
I
conjure.
see
That's
what's
not how it
happening.
works.
Hang on. I see what's happening.
And you ready?
no.
And wait.
Stop.
And,
Wait. Hang on.
This guy's over here composing like
And
Bradley Cooper.
I'm ready to do my ghoul.
He studied for 6 years. Oh my God, that's so good.
Okay, here's what happened. Is the mics were switched.
Wait, could I try that too? That looked like a lot of fun.
Yes.
Wait, how about a lower pitch one?
That's nice.
And then the highest pitch one. This is going to hurt your ears.
Okay,
man.
okay.
I would put my mouth away from the.
Oh, what happened at the end there?
She's done.
She's done. She's finished.
She's finished.
So we're doing a bracket of some kind next
A
week.
bracket of some kind.
Mm-hmm.
Just like Winnie the Pooh versus
Paddington. That's some kind of bracket. Yeah, horror
Some
movie
kind
character
of bracket.
It's gonna be good.
we were all
you
kind of
spoiled
teasing
it.
around.
I don't give a shit. Look, man, it's a horror movie bracket. All right, horror movie character bracket. Tune in next week to see who dies.
It would be fun to have a sort of beloved character bracket, knowing that you have to kill them all.
That's why I have to.
And you have
personally
to
kill
say
them.
how you kill them all, and then you get down to the top.
There's something that's not as viscerally upsetting though as killing like a horror movie character because it's like they're.
Well, yeah, no, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
but
saying,
like
you do
having
it.
to saw off Winnie the Pooh's head, that's upsetting.
Right.
So I'm not as worried about that. Though I do have an affinity for certain horror movie characters. How is it going to work? Is it all three of us voting on it?
Yes.
Oh, so we have to agree then.
Yeah.
Well, majority
That's
rules.
That's going to be tough.
That's fun. I've never done a bracket in my life.
What?
I could
March
believe that.
Madness?
I could
I've
believe
never
that.
done a bracket.
You've never done a March Madness bracket?
No, I watch them. Sometimes I see them. I love the show Blank Check, and they do the podcast. They do a bracket every year to decide which director they're covering, and that's a lot of fun for me to watch and spectate. I guess I vote in that sometimes.
There you
so
go.
I guess I've done a bracket.
I'm sure you would. I was going to say, I think you would like certain brackets, like, if like it was like a bracket of like the best pens or something like that.
You know what? The other thing is on the Today Show every year. They'll do sometimes they'll do before the Super Bowl, like a best Super Bowl snack bracket.
Oh, cool.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I like to watch that. And Craig Melvin, he'll talk about it. Sometimes they'll bring on Steve Kornacki
The map guy,
to talk about it.
the electoral map guy. The thing about it, you not doing brackets makes sense because you don't really like comparing things. Like you're like,
I like to take things on their own merit.
that's fair. So that's why I think a bracket goes against your nature.
Would you be interested in a fantasy movie bracket?
See, I don't think so. I mean, I would try it out.
You know what those are? It's like you're like drafting movies that you think will do well, and at the end of the year, whoever has the most. I don't know. Actually, I've never done fantasy movies.
Oh, like a
Have you
box,
done
like a box office
a box
bracket?
office? Yeah.
I don't think
movies.
I'd like that.
I'm in a fantasy game league.
Like video games.
Yeah, we're at the same thing. At the beginning of the year, we talk about which games we want, and then throughout the year, we draft them and
It might
how
be
well they
fun.
receive.
Fantasy box office, my friends do. I've never done it. I've always wanted to kind of partake, but I get obsessed with things, so it's like it's hard for me to.
Oh my
take on more
god,
things.
traveling with you all about the fucking fantasy football.
Oh.
And you're like looking around for people to talk to, and we're just stonewalling you.
I must filter that out. Does he talk about that?
I don't think I do. I don't
More
think-
than I'd like.
That's like it's very sparing.
Or maybe I don't realize he's talking about fantasy.
Normally
and
I just
assume he's talking about sports in general.
I just plug my headphones in and like watch the football when we're on the road.
Ryan, we'll be out enjoying a city together, and me and Matt will just be chatting and having a good time, and Ryan will just have his headphones in, staring at his phone, walking through a new city he's never been to before.
Hey, dude, gotta watch that Red Zone.
No, I just want to say this is the one of the things that me and Ryan are very akin to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I also am I was like that. This year I'm off the fantasy football league. I couldn't do it anymore.
It's obsessive, dude.
It takes too much of your
Work.
time.
Yeah, it's the whole job.
It's not worth it.
you feel
but,
ownership though. All my little digital players.
Yeah.
You feel like you're managing a football team. It's really fun.
Oh, I love getting those texts from Ryan. It's like he'll name two people's names and I don't know exactly what's going down. It's like two random people.
Which side would you rather have? Sometimes I'm out there working the phones, trying to get some trades with my other league mates going. I did trade with somebody while we were on the road. I was really stoked about it, and I lost that trade. I lost that trade 100%.
Ryan, do you ever think because your life is so busy that maybe you just don't do something like that?
I
does that
think
give
because
you-
Why are
make
you
you
making
happy?
more work? for
here's the
yourself?
thing. I think the reason why I do like it because my life is so busy and stressful is that here's something that could distract me completely that
I agree.
ultimately has no real stakes
Like
in
a
my
video
life.
game.
I
It has
agree.
no stakes in my life, but I care about it.
But you don't get like pissed about it.
No, but it's fun.
You get the
I
sort
get
of
sad about it.
dopamine, good vibes from it when you're doing well, but you're not, because like some people get like really cranky.
Oh
about
yeah,
it,
that's
right?
too far.
Yeah, that's too far. I mean, but yeah, obviously you get sad when you lose, but when you win, it's
You
like,
get sad?
yeah, you're
You
competing.
shouldn't be doing
Also,
this.
you're competing.
Well, it's you with like 10
I
of your
don't
friends.
think you should be doing
Yeah.
this.
It's one of the best ways is to keep up with a group of friends.
Yeah, because
actually.
you're talking shit. You're like,
Friends shouldn't make you sad. That's all. That's my
What?
thought. But hey, we
This
live
is a guy
our
who-
lives
If-
differently.
he
How
didn't
can
grow up
you-
with sports though,
How
so
can
like
you
it
feel
makes sense.
happy if you don't feel sad? You tell me.
That's true.
Because I've been happy and I recognize the emotion.
Speak on that.
I've been sad in my life. I know what it feels like. I don't need to be like, let me hunt down some new ways to be sad.
I've seen Shane get a little perturbed at some misplays in Fortnite that cost game. Not mine.
Okay.
Okay, here
That's
we
true.
go.
That's true.
People
So-
sometimes make mistakes, and then you know it takes a second to shuffle.
Yeah,
along.
I've been out of Fortnite for the past few months.
See, but that is also like a nice like little distraction, I imagine, where you could like really get into the game, but it ultimately has no stakes on your life. But it
That's
is fun
true.
to get better at it. That's what fantasy does for me.
And I guess we all need those things.
We do. We really do.
I just have a little bit too many of those things, I think, and I just want to do it all, but I can't.
Lazy Acres has punch cards now
Really?
for their coffee.
Wait, I drove by Lazy Acres the other day. I didn't realize how big the supermarket was. For some reason, I was imagining like
Like a little mom-
I want to be clear that was not an edit. And because I feel like people listening to the podcast will assume Matt cut out some sort of segue.
No, yeah.
But I
that just came out of nowhere.
I wanted to show it off because I think it's really impressive. And I wonder if they did it just for me. You know? I think that's a
Yes.
fair thing to assume.
I don't
Yes.
think so.
Where did it go?
well, the cherry tomatoes, those were for you. That was clear and obvious.
What is this? Oh, this is my card for the substance. That's separate.
Okay.
Oh, you got a little collectible card?
No,
No, I think that looks like his like coach. His like his
Oh,
coat
but it
check.
did have the same look.
I know,
That's pretty
it
good.
looked like the substance. Lazy Acres, buy 10 made-to-order Lazy Acre drinks and get the 11th free.
Oh,
Wow.
Looks like you got some work to do.
I know, I just got the one. You know,
I
a lot of
love
places,
punch cards.
a lot of places when you go to them when they give you the card, they'll punch it twice
Yeah.
as sort of a gimme. I guess they're not that friendly at Lazy Acres. Though they did give me a free drink at one point, so I got to hand them that.
I like that it's a physical punch card.
Yeah.
It's no like point system.
This is so insane. This is like just Stockholm syndrome, dude. This place has a fucking stranglehold on you.
I love going there.
I know you do.
I was there the other day, and one of the guys who was working there, a different. It seems like every time I go there's a different employee who walks up to me and is like, "Hey, you're from that ghost hunting show, right?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yeah." They don't even know I'm out here talking about them.
No,
maybe
no.
they do. Maybe they do, and they don't want to say anything. But I didn't stop there for coffee this morning. I went to a different place. You know,
Oh.
I don't want them to think I'm dependent on them. This is from
Cheating on him.
Cafe Rousseau.
Oh, okay.
It's a coffee.
And now he's drinking his coffee like in a really weird way.
That's really good.
He like put his lip. He would like duck lips and then drank that. That was
Wait, so the
odd.
Lazy Acres punch card. Sorry, back to this
didn't even
thing.
look like an efficient drink.
It's not even for going to the grocery store. It's for
just for
specifically
coffee.
the drink cafe
coffee.
portion of the store.
It's for guys like me who go in and just get a coffee.
Wow.
Isn't that nice?
Guys like me.
Guys like me.
Traditional bed sheets can harbor more bacteria than a toilet seat. It can lead
Yikes.
to acne, allergies, and stuffy noses, and it's just gross.
Take it up with, I don't know if that's true of my toilet seat. I'll tell you that.
Okay, well, we'll see.
I got a lot of bacteria in that thing.
Miracle Made offers a whole line of self-cleaning antibacterial bedding such as sheets, pillowcases, and comforters that prevent up to 99.7% of bacteria growth and require up to 3 times less laundry.
That's nice.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And not just clean, they keep you cool too.
Oh, I do like that. I don't like getting hot and sweaty.
You don't like that. Nobody likes that.
Nobody likes waking up sweaty. You know.
Those very same silver-infused fabrics are thermoregulating and designed to keep you at the perfect temperature all night long.
Yeah.
Did I do that?
He's doing
Okay,
it
I said
now,
all
too.
night long,
That's
no
good.
matter the weather. So you get better sleep every single night.
I love it.
That sounds like a good deal.
I mean, I'm picking up what you're putting down, but these things gotta feel horrible, right?
Well, let me pick that up for you once and throw it out the trash because you're wrong.
What?
Hell no.
Oh, shit.
Miracle sheets are luxuriously comfortable without the high price tag of other luxury brands and feel
No,
as
hang
nice.
on. No, these can't possibly feel nicer
Oh.
than some of the sheets that I've slept on in 5-star hotels.
Well, let me tell you what. They do, and they can.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Yes. So to get yours, go to trymiracle.com/watcher today. And
Wow.
whether you're buying them for yourself or as a gift for a loved one, if you order today, we'll save 40% off. And if you use our promo code WATCHER at checkout, you'll get 3 free towels and save an extra 20% off.
I'm going to wrap myself up like a mummy.
Free towels?
That's right.
One for your legs, one for your waist, one for your top.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. And one for my puppy. Miracle is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you aren't 100% satisfied, you'll get a full refund.
Okay.
Upgrade your sleep with Miracle Made. Go to trymiracle.com/watcher and use the code WATCHER to claim your free 3-piece towel set and save over 40% off. Again, that's trymiracle.com/watcher to treat yourself.
I'm never going to leave bed.
Hey, big thanks to Miracle Made for sponsoring today's episode.
Hacha!
Hacha! Now, it's spooky season. We know that.
Are we on a loop?
No. Now it's spooky
I
season.
appreciate this type of energy.
And I wanted to bring something to the table
Okay.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
because it's come up a lot recently.
Okay.
And I went out there and I did the work that Ryan is too lazy to do.
Okay. That's an interesting way to frame it. But
You know,
I'm curious now.
Lazy Acres,
okay.
like the Brian.
I've been personally attacked.
Lazy Ryan, Lazy Bergooz. For Ghost Files is currently airing.
Yeah. Yes, it is.
It's a fun season. Episode 1, which we showed a lot on tour, is now on Watcher TV.
I just tweeted about
it's
it.
actually, that's on YouTube now,
That's
too.
on YouTube.
I tweeted that this
That's
is the
easy.
year of the Bergara, I think.
The series premiere is this Friday. Or no, it just came out. Well, at the time of this recording, as Shane mentioned, it's on YouTube now. So
Yeah. And that's an exciting one because there's a lot of evidence. in it,
Okay.
you know?
For the people who are listening and not watching, he put his air quotes up. But I'm putting my air quotes down.
it's pretty good.
There's some actual evidence in there.
That shit is crazy, dude. That episode is absolutely bonkers. We talked about it a little before on this podcast a while ago. We alluded to it, that there was an episode that is pretty packed and messed me up for a little bit, and it's out there now. So go ahead and check that out.
And then in our debriefs, obviously, we pick apart stuff and get really into it.
Yes.
And it's come up again, and I feel like this has come up several seasons,
Oh boy.
and it's a bit of a sore subject.
Okay.
The dog at the Sorrel-Weed House.
Oh my God! Again with the dog.
No, not again with the dog. You're the one who brings it up, and then you get all pissy about it.
I don't get pissy. I just stayed in
Oh
facts.
my
Okay,
God!
for
if we
people
could
like
pull up
me-
clips right now of this,
We're
guy
just stating
getting-
facts.
Give me the context of the situation. I think I've heard about the dog, but like, what's the history here?
Okay, so we went to the Sorrel-Weed mansion
It's
over
a-
in
have you
Savannah,
ever-
Georgia.
It's a ghost dog.
Okay.
And there's a historic site there. It's like a historic site. It's a museum.
Uh-huh.
And the staff there said, we can't go to the floor above because it's not safe. It's condemned. And they just shut it down. While we were investigating the floor above, we heard what sounded like furniture moving around and very clearly scratching like a dog. And I was like, what's going on with that? There's
Uh-huh.
nobody up there. This is a building that has a staff. I don't think they would let just some random person and a dog get up there. 'Cause
Okay.
we heard furniture moving and we heard a dog. We couldn't go up there to even investigate because we were not allowed. So I was like, okay, there's clearly something up there. Shane, of course, assumed that some person and a dog had snuck into the building and somehow had eluded a museum staff. And I went off what they told me, which is you can't go up there and it's not safe. So apparently
There was a comment.
there was a YouTube comment
Uh-huh.
of somebody saying that, oh yeah, they've talked to the staff and apparently there is a dog up there.
Okay.
I went back and I found the comment, and I want to read it.
I'd love to
okay.
hear this comment.
I want to read it.
This is from the original Unsolved video, or is this from
Original
the
Unsolved
debrief?
video.
Okay.
Let me find it.
And while he's finding that, what is your instant reaction to all of that?
It's hard for me to say but given the situation, honestly, if you weren't able to go up there, I wouldn't know what to believe.
I mean, I'm only trusting what the staff told me on site, which is nobody could go up there. It's condemned.
So you're saying that there's no way it was a dog and it was a ghost dog.
Something was up there. And I don't think that something could just sneak into a museum. Like there's not a bunch of ghosts running around LACMA. Like a bunch of stray dogs running around LACMA.
I see.
But then the idea that like, I just feel like there's a lot of goalposts moving here. You got to pick your lane. So like, if you're like being like, I'm not going to trust what people say on the internet. And then in this one particular instance, I'm going to trust this like anonymous YouTube comment that said, oh yeah, I talked to the staff there and they told me this.
Here's what it says.
When it appeals to your argument is like kind of, as opposed to just trusting what you were told on site. I don't know. It feels wiggly. It feels like he's a wiggler over here.
Someone said this is a post. This is a post from a person.
Yes.
Is that the condemned off-limits area is actually where the building's caretaker lives, along with his non-ghost dog. Someone else who visited at night when the staff was there said he heard the dog and asked about it, and the tour guide straight up told him about the caretaker. It's possible someone on staff misled the guys on purpose.
Oh.
But it could also just been an honest miscommunication. Of course, if the Sorrel-Weed folks did make it up on purpose, they have a strong incentive not to ever admit it. So there you go, Ryan.
And this comes from what's the username? Could you read the username?
I don't want to dox someone here.
I don't think you're going to dox somebody. What's their username?
It was on Reddit.
Okay.
And it was WEVP_TV.
Well, there you have it from WEPV_TV.
Is that not
breaking news?
Well, I dug it up. I did the research. I think we can finally put it to bed.
Yep, you've done it. You print it. It's been solved.
What would it take for you?
I would like to see some proof.
And then you would...
Like if they could show me that this happened, that they actually have even been to the Sorrel-Weed House. I don't know who this person is. They could just be commenting whatever.
I see. Interesting.
Well, I think that's pretty compelling stuff.
Well, I'm going to trust what I was told on site when I was there and what I heard with my own ears. So
I did more digging.
Okay.
Yeah. This is what I was hoping. I was hoping that was not the extent of this.
I did more digging.
Yeah, because that was pretty weak.
This is
it's weak sauce, dude. Yeah. If that was all there was, I was like, wow, you fucking nailed me,
Matt,
dude.
would it be easier for you to play this?
Sure. Yeah, just send it over.
I sent you the link.
I'm actually pretty excited.
This is interesting because I don't think I ever see Shane really
doing
research on...
It's become so insufferable how he goes to this. And this took me 10 minutes of research.
Okay.
And I would hope that you would take this same sort of fine-toothed comb to your evidence, Ryan. But clearly, as you said, you're a busy guy with all your fantasies.
I do. I'd like to. I'm very curious what this clip is.
How are you feeling right now?
I'm excited. You know,
he likes developments.
Okay.
Yeah.
He likes developments.
Shane's pulling up some sort of Sorrel-Weed Zapruder film.
So if he had some kind of evidence that you were wrong, would you admit that?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm curious what he has to say here.
But don't you think this kind of thing could undermine your legitimacy?
No, he doesn't.
Across the board.
Here's the thing, and I love Ryan for this, is that when he gets a debunk, he accepts that debunk.
It's good. It's a good thing to get debunked because you're not then presenting evidence that's not evidence. I want only real evidence.
Okay,
who's this gentleman here?
I don't know who this guy is.
Okay.
So he investigates there twice a week, I think, is what he's saying.
He investigates the Sorrel-Weed House twice a week?
Yes.
Him?
There's a lot of these places, if there are like local ghost hunters, they will go there multiple times. Sometimes they bring other people with them.
I see.
They're serious about this.
So this video that we're looking at is it's a man. It's another ghost hunter.
Yes.
Okay.
Nicholas Woods is his name.
At the Sorrel-Weed.
Him doing a tour and sort of an interview.
In 2016.
I prefer Gordon tell you this story, even though it happened to me, because I did not stay last night to investigate. I went home. I was exhausted after what happened. There is a large dog on this property that belongs to the homeowner, and he's here this week visiting. Okay? He leaves this dog alone for long periods of time, and he's okay in the house. He stays upstairs, keeps to himself, pretty happy-go-lucky dog.
That's all you need.
Confirmation of dog.
Confirmation of dog 2 years before.
That's right. Yes.
But that doesn't look condemned. What floor is he on?
I think the one that they said we couldn't go on.
So, but that's 2 years before we were there.
Right.
Ryan, I think you're going to have to give this one up.
Well, hey, yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess they. I
mean, at a certain point, you sound nuts here.
Yeah.
I think you got to take the L on this one.
I think credibility is seeping out of like a hole in your pocket or something.
I don't know. I mean, I guess I'll give it to you, but it is 2 years before. I'll say that.
It is 2 years before.
And if they,
but again, if you're saying we heard a dog for 5 minutes, we've never seen a ghost do anything for long, versus what's more plausible here? The fact that maybe that dog who we said is often upstairs for long stretches of time unattended was in fact there when we were there.
Yeah.
Or
it would be weird for them to not disclose that, I guess, is my thing.
But again, what's more plausible?
What's more plausible, I will agree with you, it probably is that dog. I'll give you this one.
Wow.
I wanted it, and we put it to bed. We tucked it in and we put it to bed. We read it a little
I respect
story.
you also finding this interview. I don't know.
Well, because one of the comments was like, and this is not something we ever addressed at the time, but one of the comments was like, what do you guys say to the other videos that refer to a dog? And I was like, what other videos?
What other videos are you referring to? Yeah.
It took me about 10 minutes of research, but I found it.
That's crazy because this is like 55 minutes into the video.
Well, what you do is you pull up, I just pulled up a few videos. I showed the transcript and you can control F dog.
Oh,
whoa.
She's in your noggin?
This guy went full Jake Gyllenhaal in fucking Zodiac. He's a Robert Graysmith over here.
I'm a bit of a gumshoe.
That's pretty good.
So now we don't ever have to talk about that dog ever again. We could talk about other things.
I mean, we can now say that they lied to us too then.
We can. Or, look.
I mean,
here's
you
the
have to admit they did fully lie to us.
Or maybe the people there were new there. And
or maybe you weren't paying attention to what they were saying.
No, you know for a fact they did say it was condemned.
I was not there for that conversation. I don't know what they said to you, but I do know that I've said things to you and you've also been told things and fully misinterpreted what people say to you.
I'll defend Ryan in this regard. Ryan will oftentimes not hear what you say, but he will remember if he does hear what you say. He's very good at remembering things that he hears, but he doesn't always hear everything.
But he is also prone to misinterpreting things.
But he heard that there was no dog there.
Or I don't know.
What did you hear?
Well, they said it was condemned upstairs and that you can't go up there.
You should email them and be like, hey.
I mean, that's like, there's not really anything kind of like more to that than that.
Yeah.
So.
But you should email them and be like, hey, we've long had a question about this. And, now we were, seeing about this other, what can you say about this?
Also,
because I'm sure, I remember meeting them. They were really nice folks. I don't think they were trying to mislead you in any way.
I mean, also, here's the thing. Even like, let's pretend even like I didn't hear that, right? If you're having people come in for a paranormal investigation, you should be having a lockdown building where there's nobody inside. And if there is somebody inside, it's your job to be like, hey, just so you know, there's a giant dog upstairs. You might want to know that so that if you get evidence of clawing or something, you don't think it's a ghost.
Yeah, but also if
Come on, man, you're wiggling, dude.
No. I'm saying if I'm the person who owns this place, you're acting like there's some code of ethics around ghost hunting.
There is.
No, there isn't. You can lie all you want.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They lied.
I mean, I'm not saying they did that.
Well, which one are you saying? Because it feels like you don't want to say it, but you're kind of.
Well, I'm saying either they lied or you misinterpreted what they said to you.
But I'm saying regardless of the misinterpretation.
But also, I don't think it's like out of the realm of possibility for someone who owns one of these places to be like, well, yeah, let's juice it up a little bit. There's no code of ethics in ghost hunting.
Well, no,
they want people to.
You're not saying anything different than what I'm saying, though. I guess what are you arguing?
I guess we agree.
Yeah, I'm confused at why you keep going. Because regardless of literally take out my misinterpretation. Let's just call it like a film set. If you rent a place for a film set and you don't disclose that there's a giant loose dog somewhere that's going to ruin sound every now and then, is that not a bad thing? That feels like a bad thing to me.
Or if you know that people are going to hear that and then get excited about it and then
that's
talk
even worse.
for 5 years about how there's a ghost dog, then great. I'd be like, I'm not going to tell them about it.
I actually have an experience of we rented out for a Worth It shoot a little hut.
Yeah.
Was there a rabbit
for
dog
a film
in it?
shoot, and we heard a dog downstairs. It was not disclosed.
Oh no!
Yeah, it was just hanging out downstairs, just chilling, and he came upstairs to say hi, and then that was it. But yeah, it's weird how people don't disclose they have dogs.
No, especially if it's like the whole point of ghost hunting is you're investigating an empty building.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And to be like, you can't go upstairs, it's condemned. Or maybe they didn't say that, but even say you can't go upstairs. The next part of that sentence should be because there's a giant dog up there and you may hear it from occasionally.
Right.
Therefore, don't think that's evidence.
No, for sure.
I feel like
I'm with you there.
Disingenuous at best.
I'm with you there.
Hey, listeners, do you like spooky stories?
I bet they do.
Well, then we have a podcast reco for you.
Oh, I'm excited to tell them all about this.
Me too. I suggest that you give a listen to the Magnus Archives, a multi-award winning horror podcast boasting Audioverse Awards, a British Fantasy Award, and a Webby honoree.
Oh, absolutely. It's a weekly horror fiction anthology podcast examining what lurks in the archives of the Magnus Institute, an organization dedicated to researching the esoteric and the weird.
That's right. That's right. Join new head archivist Jonathan Sims as he attempts to bring a seemingly neglected collection of supernatural statements up to date, converting them to audio and supplementing them with follow-up work from his small but dedicated team.
It's a wonderfully terrifying horror anthology that explores your deepest fears and builds into an epic plot.
And it's an exciting time to start listening, because after the conclusion of an epic 200-episode metaplot, the Magnus Archives has now returned with a hit sequel, The Magnus Protocol. So if you're looking for more scary stories,
and I know that you are,
then search for the Magnus Archives wherever you listen to your podcasts, or visit rustyquill.com for more information.
Yeah, there has to be a code.
It's disingenuous, but also fully, fully expected.
I see. Look, this is where you
I
and
agree
I
with that.
You and I differ here, because like I do think there's a code of ethics when it comes to ghost hunting.
To your own. I mean, it benefits you because
your own failure.
it
like,
benefits you because then you're taking everything at face value.
I just don't think people.
I don't think
I'd
there
like to
is.
believe that people would not lie to our face, like, and just say like, "Hey, there is something going on here that we're juicing this house or whatever."
I do think if there is a code of ethics to ghost hunting, who do you think subscribes to this code?
Yes.
I would hope. I mean, I guess in this sense,
Because you know
mostly
ghost
ghost
hunters who
hunters.
don't.
I'm unfortunately a little trustworthy in that sense of like, I'm assuming people are being truthful and they actually care about discovering stuff in the paranormal, because like, I'm not in this to get fake evidence. I'm genuinely curious about it and I want to find the real shit. And I would hope that everybody else, whether they're ghost hunters or purveyors of these like places, they would have the same mindset. Because if you are just juicing your house and like letting people get fake evidence,
I like that I said juicing once and now we're sticking with it.
I mean, it's a pretty good phrase. Yeah, but like if you're doing that, like I guess
Say it three times.
Sure, you're getting like
You get three
I guess
punches on your punch card for saying it each time.
you're getting people to go to your business, I suppose. But like, I would feel like that would, for me personally, that would eat away at me in a way that like I would lose sleep.
Built different, man.
I have a question. What do you think is like the overlap in the Venn diagram of people who have found themselves owning a haunted place?
Yeah.
And give a shit that it's being, I mean, I know that people do respect and hope that people respect the stories that they have, but there are also people who just come into ownership of it and they've obviously a vested financial interest in it being scary.
Yeah.
And people think it's haunted.
It's a murky line, because like in some of the places we've been to, like for instance, like the Bel Air house, I believe their stories, and if that's the life that they have described, that's a nightmare. And I do feel bad for them. And so if I could go there and experience something like that to document that and prove that they're not making stuff up, that's what I'm after. So it's like, I get that there may be a financial vested interest, but if they're telling the truth, this is somebody who's gone through something pretty awful. and they're just sharing it with the world. And I'd like to believe that more so than if I have people come in here and I make things happen, people will give me more money to come here.
But you know that exists.
I know that exists, but when I talk to somebody, like, and I'm like talking to them, because like when we shoot these things, Unsolved, Ghost Files, I often won't have the chance to talk to the person who owns the house or the site rep. And when I'm talking to them, I'm getting to know them, but I'm also trying to evaluate, am I dealing with a huckster? And almost every time I've talked to somebody, they seem like normal people.
Have you ever met people, and you don't have to name names, but have you met people where you're like, this person seems a little too eager?
There was only one place we went to where I was like, okay, I don't know about this.
Back in the Unsolved days?
In the Unsolved days.
Interesting.
Can I say something real quick?
Oh, yeah. Oh, this is your show.
No, I just want to say one thing is what you just said just now is one of the most compelling reasons to watch the show for me. Because in the past, I've always just been like, wow, Ryan and Shane are off goofing around.
Never seen an episode.
What the fuck? Off goofing around?
Oh, come on.
Sometimes we be goofing.
It's really impressive work.
Okay, Mr. Bridge owner. But
That we were goofing on that one.
but just hearing
When
you say
nothing
that,
happens, we start goofing because we're bored.
hearing you say that really is like a legitimate I don't know, I can see the passion and the curiosity that you have to actually investigate it and what drives you, because
That's why the tagline for this new season is "See the Passion."
Yeah, that's a different film that we're making. No, it's always fascinated me. It's something that like breaks the rules of our natural world. So like if I have the chance to see something like that, that's awesome to me. But like also we've dealt with people we know personally, like Hannah Williams. That was one of my favorite episodes of BuzzFeed Unsolved. She had this experience at her house with her kids. I fully believed her. Why would she make something up like that? She has no financial vested interest in us coming to her house. And
People were skeptical of her, but she wasn't selling anything.
No, and we did experience things there that were really cool. So like it's I guess it's not a catch-all either way. Like maybe there are some people that are, that have slipped under the rug and are doing some shady stuff, but there are also probably a large majority of people that are legit. And if I have to assume one or the other, I'm always going to assume that someone is being truthful to me. It's hard for me to believe so many people have lied to my face.
I want to clarify that I think the majority of the people we've talked to are genuine and not trying to like pull the wool over our eyes.
I believe so too. And if they have like fooled me, I guess good on you.
But I think there's also human error where like maybe when we went to the Sorrel-Weed House, they said like, oh, this part is condemned. And they wouldn't think that, a dog walking around would throw us, or they didn't think to mention it, or there was some miscommunication.
Well, it sounded like the dog's not always there.
This is true.
maybe they didn't think it was there.
And maybe they didn't know it was there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not shooting every night.
And part of that is like, maybe Ryan just wasn't thorough enough in talking to them before the investigation. And that's on him. And he's, he tries his best.
Here's what
Are
he's
there
trying
any
to,
dogs in the
He's trying. He's now feeling guilty. I could sense it in him.
No, I'm not feeling guilty.
He's exposed what's happened there, and like he's not willing to take the next step of being like, that was kind of messed up.
No, I genuinely...
That's what it feels like to me.
I genuinely think they didn't lie to you and you just didn't do your job.
Interesting.
There's also the possibility that they didn't know. The person who told you didn't know.
That's true.
In a number of ways.
Well, that's the thing. There's human error. Like, you don't know if, like... We don't know the inner workings of these places. If, like, the person we talked to was maybe... new there, or like how in communication
Ryan, how many people are in this office right now with the exception of us four?
That's a completely different question.
But you work here.
If there was
you work here.
This is your company.
Yeah, but if there was a dog in our company, I would know there's a dog.
Right, but
okay, what about a human being?
And sometimes they're here, sometimes they're not. Are they here right now?
Okay, this is like
Frank
comparing
here?
apples to
Is
oranges.
Frank here?
He might or might not be, but
this is not a fair interrogation of Ryan. This doesn't make any sense.
This literally makes no sense at all.
No, but I'm saying...
This is a completely different situation. If somebody knocked on our door right now and was like, hey, I want to do a paranormal investigation of this building, I would go, okay, well, there's us four, there's these people here. I can't guarantee everyone's out of the building, but I could clear everybody out. You could come in, I could lock the door, and you could have an investigation. I can't get the people above me to go away.
I'm just saying there's so many variables at all these places. And I think it's okay to trust people, and I like to assume that people aren't lying to us.
You're saying two different things, though.
No, I'm not. I'm saying that there are so many variables at these places we go to that you can never be dead set that what people are telling you, even if they're not outright lying to you, you don't know how like locked down it is or how.
I'm just going to say something to you that you said to me.
Say it to me.
Okay, you said that
Say
there
it
is.
to me. And I want you to know, I'm still your friend.
Jesus Christ!
No, I mean that. And I know this is a tough conversation.
No, it's not. Anytime we have any kind of heated discussion, this guy.
Oh my God!
I
you
mean
just reverse Uno'd him with that.
I mean
this guy is trying to high road me right now.
It's okay.
Here's the
This is a safe.
Here's what
this
you.
is a safe.
Here's what you. Here's what you said.
It's okay.
You said that it's known that there is a big dog in this place.
Yeah.
You said that.
Big dog.
Now you're saying that it's this person probably didn't know there was a dog there.
I didn't say they didn't know, but maybe they didn't think to disclose it or...
And I'm saying, why would anybody not disclose that when you're doing a haunted investigation?
Because maybe they're like a staff member who is new, or maybe they're like don't understand like all of the specific things that you want to know when you're going into this.
But
maybe I'm working there. Maybe I got a summer job over there and they do little tours all the time, but maybe we haven't. I've been there 2 months. We haven't had a ghost investigation. Some people show up and they're like, we need to know everything about what's going on here. So I tell them, okay, there's going to be no staff members here. Don't go up there. That's not safe. I don't think, there's a dog here 2 nights a week. I don't think to mention it.
I agree with this.
Like, is that plausible?
No, I agree with this.
Entirely.
I think that's so crazy.
I think most
Why
people
is that crazy?
don't know the extent of your code of ghost hunting.
That's the thing.
No, but when we go to locations, one of the first things we say is, can we have the building to ourselves? We need to make sure everything's locked down so we don't have any things that we think are evidence that actually aren't.
As somebody who makes mistakes every single day, it's plausible to forget to say something or for that communication to not have gone through correctly.
Can I say something?
But does that even matter?
Matt, this is a safe space, and we are all friends here. We're still friends. At the end of the day, we're still friends. Don't worry, everyone.
We have just been traveling multiple cities.
Yeah.
And everyone has told us that certain things will be a certain way.
Yeah.
And it has never been 100% the case.
Oh, that's for sure.
So even where it's people's jobs to do that stuff, there is negligence. There is stuff that falls by the wayside.
Even in our jobs, we forget.
Especially in our jobs.
Yes, that's right.
I guess what I'm curious about was the negligence intentional or was it unintentional?
And we don't know, and we're saying both are possible.
I just feel like it's incredibly hard for me to imagine anybody being like, come investigate this place. I'm not going to let you know there's a giant dog here. That feels crazy to me.
But they also couldn't have known. There's a possibility they might not have known.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you were, and part of the whole argument was that everyone knows there's a dog there. So which one is it?
Oh, I thought Shane was saying it's possible that there was a dog there.
No. He's saying that everyone knows there's a dog there.
I'm not saying everyone knows. I'm saying
I made you say. What did you say at the beginning?
This conversation sounds like the debriefs that we have at Watcher when things go wrong.
I'm just saying.
It literally sounds exact, and sometimes nobody's ever in the wrong. It's just something slipped through the cracks.
I'm saying any of number of things could be possible.
Like what?
There could have been a dog there, and some of the staff might not have known about it.
No, I mean, I think we all agreed that there was a dog there now. Like it's just a matter of like, did people know there was a dog there? And I made you say at the beginning that you said, yeah, everyone knows that there's a dog there. You said that.
Okay, well, yes, I did say those words, sure. But I'm also saying maybe not everyone knew. You can't just say, I made you say these words in casual conversation.
Well, because you said them earlier. That was the whole crux of your argument.
Well, now I'm saying, using that same brain that was mine 5 minutes ago, it's entirely possible that some of the staff may not have known. Who knows? We don't know the variables of these places.
I guess.
I think the truth is we don't know. It could have been a mistake and it could have been a lie.
And it could have been a ghost.
No, I don't think it was a ghost. I don't think it was a ghost.
You got Shane to say it could have been a ghost.
That's how I know he wants this conversation to be over, because he's trying to throw me a bone there. But I'm just saying I'm skeptical of this place now. It's upsetting.
As you should be.
And you should be.
Well, maybe
you should be.
Maybe we go back there.
I don't know if I want to go back there. If they're running that kind of operation, that's upsetting to me.
Well, see, now this is the thing. Like, I think you're being a little too hasty with your dismissal of them.
Why?
Because you're making it sound like they misled you intentionally, and I don't.
Even
think
if they
what
did
happened.
it, at best, they were unprofessional.
No, I don't think there's any professionalism when it comes to
Come
ghost
on,
hunting.
man,
No.
dude, you're renting out a place to shoot. You don't tell them that there's somebody living upstairs with a dog. That's crazy.
I mean, it's yeah.
Can I ask a question? Do you feel, Ryan, that you have been made a fool of, and that you're frustrated?
No,
by them.
I feel like they wasted our time.
Well, yeah, but you also
Because,
got a full-bodied apparition there, buddy.
Well, now I don't know, because that's what I'm saying.
Could have been. I'm throwing that into the mix too.
No. What I'm saying is, like, they said nobody's here. That could have been some random security guard roaming that I didn't know about.
I didn't even think of that. I could also sully that evidence.
No, that's why I'm upset, because it's like,
oh my God, I've ruined so much today. I love it.
No, step
aside.
I know
Adam.
you're making
Here
a joke,
comes
but I
Shane.
actually take this serious. You're making jokes right now, but I do take this seriously. Like, you go out there and have a fun time and like joke around, and I do that too. But I'm also there because I do want to have a legitimate paranormal investigation.
Yeah, fuck.
And so when some place is not setting it up for that, that upsets me. Like, I feel like they wasted our time.
Damn.
Like, they legitimately wasted our time by having us go out there saying it's going to be a certain way. And then it's not that way. So now I don't know anything that happened in that investigation.
I think you got to give them the chance to, reach out to you and maybe clarify something.
I'd love to see it. Because
we should have them on Pod Watchers, the Sorrel-Weed House. Let's talk to them.
Because that's crazy to me, dude.
And I'll say, I think it's fair for you to feel that way, knowing you're highly principled, but I would also say that not everybody is as intense.
And I wanted to put to bed the dog conversation, but I don't, I wanted to clarify that I don't think they were specifically lying to you. And I think that's almost more of an indictment on the paranormal field, because I think a lot of stuff goes like under the radar or accidentally overlooked, which I think is more damning, frankly.
Well, if that's the case, that's also why I like this being brought up, because that shouldn't be the case.
It should not.
It should be like,
and maybe it's on you.
No, it's not.
No.
If someone tells me a place is locked down,
no. I'm saying no. Let me finish. I'm saying maybe it's on you as a leader in the field to put together a sort of constitution or code of ethics.
A governing body.
Yes.
Exactly right.
Yes.
What if we start some sort of?
There's no governing. Just be a truthful person.
No. I think you do need a code of ethics. Every occupation has one. I mean, when I was an engineer, I took the fundamentals of engineering exam.
Don't do a Brundlefly. That's in the engineering code.
That's right.
Yeah. I think it's just when you pay for something, you should get what you pay for. That's pretty much it.
God, he's so deflated now. No, this is not what I wanted, folks. It's spooky season. I wanted him to.
I know. I think this is good. I mean, like I said, I'm always happy to debunk things, because then you're passing something off as legitimate when it's not. I'm not about that.
Should I make this a thing now where I go back and debunk every single person?
Honestly, that would be a pretty good segment for this show.
If I try my damnedest.
But like, I think the general rule of thumb is like, if you're having a paranormal investigation, you're having people over to investigate your property, it's on you to lock that place down and be truthful.
I honestly
whether
think
whether it's by accident or on purpose, it's your job to be like, this place is secure.
I honestly believe that you should create some sort of even a one sheet or a handbook of the things that you need in that situation, just like we do at Watcher with like a code of ethics of communications here, and in office policies, like that's those kinds of things. I think it would be helpful for you to have peace of mind knowing going into it that everybody's following your rules.
Well, I mean, it's not even like crazy rules. It's like, you're investigating a place where there's supposed to be no one there. Make sure there's no one there. Do you think that's a lot to ask?
No, it's not.
It's not.
That feels like the bare minimum.
I understand how annoying it would be to be like, well, fuck all this.
Well, no, because like we've been to places before.
Penhurst also
and Penhurst
had a guy
was
walking around.
So that pissed me off so much.
Yeah,
because like there is Well, but that was nice because we saw him.
So when we were at Penhurst Asylum, which is now I think partially condemned, they're knocking it down.
I think so. That place is gross.
It was pretty gross. One of the grossest places we've ever been to. Like just physically gross. It was just dirty, gross. At one point, we were deep in the bowels of the building, and we were sort of. Did you have a laser grid at that point?
We had a laser grid in that like tunnel.
It was a long red tunnel. It was very spooky, and we had the laser grid up, which was green. It looked very cool, and we saw movement, which was freaky. And then it turns out, and this was like, it was a really dilapidated tunnel.
Yeah.
It was where you wouldn't expect to see someone.
No, definitely not.
And a guy walked out into the tunnel, and it was just like, first of all, he scared the shit out of us.
He did.
And then we realized it was just a guy, and he was like, just kidding. And then he like walked away.
What?
It was like one of the night guards or like a janitor or something.
Oh my God.
And I was just like, what? Because now my first thought when I saw that was like, okay, that means anything I hear now later when I'm reviewing for evidence, I'm going to have to assume it's him.
I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
and now it's tainted the entire investigation, which is the same reason why I'm so upset about this dog, because it's like, I can't say that whole investigation is a wash now, and we wasted our time. Like,
It's true though.
no, it's true.
It's true.
No. Well, we could go back.
I mean, I know that seems extreme, but like in reality,
I didn't mean to bring your world crashing down. With
it's
this.
not world crashing now. It's just that particular investigation is ruined, and that whole trip was a waste of time
and money.
I do think I do think you have such a you have so much integrity that
he almost has none.
No,
is that what you're going to say?
I can understand where the frustration is coming from.
It's upsetting. It's genuinely upsetting to me.
I get it for sure.
It's because I want to actually have an investigation.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, hey, conversely, doesn't that make you feel good about the Hill House episode?
Yeah, it does.
Because that was a lot of good stuff this season on Ghost Files season 3, right?
That's true.
That you don't have to, call into question because all the people we talked to and all the places we visit, and he got some really good evidence, didn't he?
Oh my
Steven,
God.
Matt, don't we agree? Some really good evidence.
I can't with this. Stupid. That's too. That you took it too far.
It's the worst. It's the worst.
It's really good.
He's the worst.
It's a season for the Bergaras, like Steven said.
It is a season for the Bergaras.
Unbelievable.
Jeez.
He got a legitimate rise out of me, and now he's dancing on the grave.
And it's a great season for the Bergaras. And now, what other topics do we want to talk about today?
Insufferable.
Let's take one question. Let's take one question.
I'm like legitimately angry right now.
I don't want to bring this.
Not because I'm like.
No, you're angry at the.
I'm not angry at you. Honestly.
No, I'm doing the work.
Because you helped me disprove something that was
the proudest you've ever been.
Honestly,
of me?
I am very proud of you because you made the investigation more legitimate.
I've spent 5 years being like, I think I read a thing about a dog.
I think you ultimately did a good thing. You're being a prick about it, but I do think you did a good thing.
10 minutes of research, and then I did it.
I am legitimately angry now because that investigation is ruined.
We'll go back.
I don't want to go back.
I think it was a miscommunication, but
I don't think so.
Okay.
I mean, even if it was, it's negligent at best. At best. Highly unprofessional.
Hey, mail time.
I feel like I'm sending my beautiful theme song in. It's like a bullet shield.
Oh my God.
Hey, buddy, we need you.
I'm hot.
He's hot. He's ready for some
We're not
mail.
taking this energy into the next episode, although that might be good too. Let's hear a question. Just one for the road.
Hi there. How you guys doing today? My name is Rabbit. I'm actually calling because I was just tending to my garden and I thought of a question. What's your guys' favorite flower? I figured it would be a good question to ask because autumn rolls in and summer ends.
Yeah.
Alternatively, you can also answer what's your favorite autumnal activity? I'm sure that's been asked probably 14 million times, but what's your guys' favorite flower? Love what's going on, Shane. Keep your head up. I love you.
What?
All three of you are wonderful, and I hope you just have a wonderful time on the road. And I'll see you in Denver. Bye.
Wait, the timing of that with the conversation we just had
is what?
He high-roaded you.
Shane, keep your head up.
Oh, you know what? He's probably talking about Obi.
Oh, shit. Okay.
That's got to be what it is.
That's good.
Oh, sorry.
That's very nice.
Yeah, because the last episode you were upset about.
That
makes sense.
That makes sense. That's very sweet.
Full disclosure, last night I was playing Tarkov and doing my menial tasks, and I would just play a call, and then I would just keep playing and listen to the call. And I remember that happening, and I had to stop. I was laughing my ass off because it was so out of left field.
I hope that goes on forever.
That's very fun.
My Obi update is he's still largely doing fine. We're giving him steroids. We took him in for a blood test, and
he can't compete in cycling anymore now, though.
Yeah, that's right.
You like that one?
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, no signs of slowing down yet. I assume when things take I assume it'll be fairly quick. But yeah, he's still doing fine. He's still doing great. So enjoying my time with Sweet Little Lubby. But that was very funny out of context.
Yeah. Favorite flower.
Favorite fall flower is.
I don't know enough about flowers to know which ones are the fall ones.
Wait, did he say fall?
No,
he
he didn't
said
say fall.
flower in
He didn't say
general.
Oh, okay.
And then autumnal activity.
Autumnal activity. I got to give a shout out to ranunculus. Those show up at a certain. Let's bring up some pictures of ranunculus. These are beautiful. I think if you guys see them, you'll really love them. You can find them at Trader Joe's.
Oh, kind of
These
like
beautiful-
peony coated.
Beautiful,
slightly.
sweet.
Whoa.
Tightly packed. They come in many different colors. I find that color, the violet color, a bit
It's a lot.
putrid.
Not a fan.
Yeah, no, look at some other colors though. Because they get in a really nice tight ball, and when they blossom, there's just so many petals. They're
It's like
gorgeous.
origami.
These things fly off the shelves at Trader Joe's once they show up around there.
They look like peonies slightly.
Show me a peony. Let me see a peony.
Okay.
Let me see a peony.
Oh.
Just
yeah,
a
those are nice, too.
similar
Similar bunch.
I don't know why.
Oh, vintage peony. Ooh, we got an indie peony over here. Very cool.
Stop saying peony.
Peony.
What do you guys like? A nice daisy, a lily.
Is there a flower that maybe is connected? Because when I was thinking the question, I was like, oh, I know people in my life who like flowers, and those make me
Sarah
happy.
loves the ranunculus, and I've grown on them because they've grown on me because I enjoy getting them for her.
Yeah, it's probably sunflowers for me for that very reason.
Sunflowers are
Big fan of the Post Malone song.
Yeah,
It's a good song.
it's a great song. That song was the song we walked after we got married because that was a song that played when we were first starting to date. So it was just kind of
my
on.
gosh.
It was on
Damn.
around
Cute.
that time, so it always makes me happy. But sunflowers, I just like the look of them too.
Beautiful.
I like how fucking big they can get.
They're so fucking big.
When that meat is huge.
The meat.
The meat head, like the big fucking sunflower
Yeah,
head.
it's also cool how the seeds sort of populate the center.
It is
you know?
nice. It's
Oh my
nice.
God. And sunflower seeds come from sunflowers.
They do, and I love sunflower seeds.
Yeah, I have a love-hate relationship with them.
I didn't know. We've talked about
could
them.
you hate
We've
them?
already talked about them a bunch on this
It's a lot
show.
of work.
We've
Oh,
covered
sure,
it.
that
We've
part.
covered it. We've covered it.
It's a lot of work. It is
You
fun.
don't have to do it.
It's fun to spit them though.
It's fun to spit. I'm surprised I didn't get sunflower seeds for our road trip. I really thought about it. Put them in the cheek, spitting them out the window.
I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't.
that.
do that.
Steven, hey, look, I did it because I didn't want to gross you guys out.
Good.
Steven.
Sunflowers were Tammy's favorite flower, and so when I got engaged to her, we had all of our friends give her one by one before I came in with the final flower. That sounded kind of weird.
flower.
But if I were to say my
You
favorite,
gave her your flower, is what you're
oh
saying.
jeez, I did.
Jesus
I did.
Christ, man. That is incredibly vivid.
Well, you were having a nice moment about how much you love sunflowers and your wife, and you said, and the meat gets big.
Well, it's a sunflower meat. I don't know what to call that. The head.
Oh, you were making
Much
it
better.
better. Yeah. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know enough flowers to have a favorite. Can I say that? I feel like
Sure.
it's like you're asking me like what my favorite star is, and I don't know enough stars.
Oh my God.
Betelgeuse.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, some good stars out there.
Yeah. So
Fair
I'll
enough.
defer. I'll come back with one later.
What about autumnal
Autumnal
activity?
activity.
And let's largely kind of, because we talk about spooky season a lot.
Yes.
Let's almost like divide this from Halloween
Okay.
activities. And
I appreciate that.
You know?
Yeah, that's probably
But
good.
because
Pumpkin
obviously
carving-
watching scary movies, pumpkin
That's kind of
pumpkin
both.
carving, that's a little bit of both.
I would say probably walking in leaves.
Oh,
And that just hasn't happened much here in LA in the autumnal season here because
Yeah,
it's
the-
mostly
you know what I miss is the sort of the smell of dead leaves.
yeah.
Oh my fucking!
I love when it's a little wet too.
Oh, when it's
I
a
love
little
wet leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like it, Ryan? What are you thinking about, Ryan?
I'm trying to actually separate from Halloween because all my autumnal activities are related
That's
to
probably fair.
season.
You don't like a bobbing for apples or a candying
Do you
apples?
Do you bomb for apples
I'm
every
not
morning
bobbing
in
for
October?
apples. No.
You wake up in the morning, just dunk that head into that basin.
I'm trying to think of what else I would actually
Cider.
do. I guess if you say pumpkin carving is not part of that, then probably going to like a pumpkin patch.
A pumpkin patch is a deal. But a pumpkin patch.
Oh, I love eating pumpkin pie. It's my favorite pie. Oh, I hate when stores don't carry pumpkin pie that are year round.
Do you put whipped cream on it, brother?
No. Oh, I want to get some after this podcast. I need some.
Can we get
A
pumpkin pie for the
mid-afternoon
next
workday
the next
pumpkin
episode?
pie.
Do they have it at Lazy Acres?
Fuck, I don't know.
I'm gonna go
I
drop
could
at
run
Lazy
there if we
Acres.
got time. Well, I don't know
Please.
if we got time.
I mean, I have to change some stuff over. So
Maybe I'll run to Lazy Acres and see if they got pumpkin pie. And
We don't really have time.
was about
It's a 5-minute drive.
It's 10:45.
Well, I got to
Yeah,
change.
you're
I
right,
do have
you're
to change some stuff, and you do have to get in them costumes. So
and we have a meeting at 12:30.
Fuck.
you have a
All
meeting
right.
at 12:30.
Yeah,
Okay, I didn't know about this.
it's been on the calendar.
Yeah, but sometimes you
I'm
all
sorry.
don't respect the meetings, or you do respect
I
them.
know,
That
I know.
is fucking sucks. But also, we shifted. I thought you had something at 12:30.
We could break and
I
then
don't have a meeting
pick
at
it up.
12:30.
Oh fuck. Okay,
I think it's
thought
only a
we-
half hour. If we got a break and pick it up, we can.
We can meet in costume.
That's fine.
That's fine.
I mean, we are
Um,
meeting with the merch people.
It's
Okay.
just it's okay.
All right.
I'm trying to think what I do. You know what I like to do around the. I like to I get a nice candle. Get a nice seasonal candle.
Yeah.
That's when they start. I don't do candles in the summer, but around autumn and winter, I get a nice, pine or a.
Yeah, I like the
something-
wood wick.
a wood wick.
The wood
Oh my
wick, you get
God.
like the little burning.
Yeah, I do
crackling
that.
noise.
This is also when I start heavily on the autumnal ambience videos
Yeah.
on YouTube.
Yeah.
If we're not watching something, we'll have that on. And I like getting a little apple cider, ideally Honeycrisp apple cider, and maybe put a little bourbon in there or something on a Friday night.
Oh, shit.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
that's nice.
That sounds really nice.
That's nice. Those are my activities.
Lovely.
Yeah, I guess it's just pumpkin carving for me.
That's
Man.
nice.
I mean,
That's
there's plenty of the spooky stuff is fine. Well, especially in LA, we don't have any we don't
when-
get autumn.
I was
the way
going to say,
everyone
when
else
would
gets
you
it.
even consider autumn starting in LA?
It's kind of weird because in LA, sort of Halloween kicks off, and that sort of is the herald. It's more of an aesthetic.
Yeah.
Versus other parts of the country where it's like you start to feel a nip in
The
the air, the
earth
leaves on the ground.
Well, even this
tells
last
you.
week, it's been like 95 degrees.
it was like 100
So it's like kind of
degrees.
hard to be like one of
Yeah.
my favorite autumnal
Yeah.
activities, and then like I'm sweating my ass off.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Yeah. This man just gave it the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thanks for the question. His name was Rabbit.
Rabbit? How about
Rabbit.
that? Yes, thank you so much, Rabbit.
Thanks,
If you
Rabbit.
two would like to leave your question, that's 8182528. If you it's in the show,
Hey.
we said it earlier.
We said it earlier, yeah.
Well, I think that's going to do it for this episode of Pod Watcher.
Indeed.
We'd like to thank you all for listening. If you haven't, give it a subscribe on your podcast app of choice. Give it a review. If you enjoy our show, if you're on YouTube, subscribe over there. And if you haven't seen us on YouTube, you can watch the episodes over at youtube.com/watcherpodcasts. Plural.
And we'll see you next week for the Halloween episode.
Oh,
Doing that horror movie monster bracket.
Wait, which one is
He's trying to do the button. That's good.
Very scary. All right, we'll see you next week, everybody. Goodbye.
Bye.